What's going on, guys? It is 6:52 p.m. in Florida, and I am here for an hour. Just going to play some Blast, you know, one of my favorite game modes. Oh, let me switch it over. There we go. But yeah, welcome to the stream. I got about an hour to kill with you guys before I make some dinner. Hang out with the wife. My wife is feeding my daughter right now, putting her to bed. So I will be hanging out for just about an hour. Let me run down the list a little bit. Welcome everybody to the stream. Gooner Chiefs fan 123, Mr. Fleet member himself. Welcome to the stream, man. It's good to see ya. Movie Connoisseur, TPS Vlogging, ESPN 23, Colin Willoughby, Scott Webb, Peter Parker, The Fan Cave, an anonymous guy who comments, Fancy Yo. I didn't even click Blast, did I? There we go. Where did I leave off? Naudius, Bagging, Star Wars Gaming, Christopher DeSmit, Lord Glarus. That sounds like something that I would read in Ultima Online. Halo Rook, John H. Everybody that I did not mention. Welcome one and all. Welcome one and all. So yeah, a bunch of Game Changers gameplay was released today. Looks pretty awesome, right? I watched Elliot's Battlefront updates, like a minute-long gameplay reveal video. Pretty insightful. Looks like an absolute blast. I think he said it best. At least, obviously, I have not played Geonosis yet. Don't know really how it plays, but just from the look of it, he said it best. Is that it's Galactic Assault, yes, but it looks and it seems to feel very different in terms of the stages, you know, compared to other Galactic Assault maps. But man, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. Wednesday, right? How many hours away is that? Is that 24, blah, blah, blah. So, is that 30 hours away almost? Actually, I don't know when. It's obvious. I don't think it's going to be Eastern time when it's released. I'm thinking selfishly in my time zone. I don't know exactly what time it's going to be released, but I'm excited. What's up, AT-AT? Good to see you, man. Let me turn up my game volume and take a sip of coffee. This coffee is sponsored by no one. If there is a coffee manufacturer listening to my voice right now and you would like to sponsor my live streams, I am all ears. I drink a cup of coffee every single time I stream. Isn't that perfect for your corporation? Actually, that would be pretty badass to have a coffee company sponsor live streams. I did have one I was in talks with, Player One Coffee. They sent me like a bunch of free samples and stuff, and I really enjoyed it. And I never followed up, and that is my complete fault. I am such a bad... See, there's so many YouTubers who have like my level of following or less that just kick my ass when it comes to, I don't know, sponsorships and thinking in terms of like business, and I do not have that brain. I do not have that brain. I wish I had a little more of that you know, that type of mentality, but I just don't think in those terms, to my detriment for sure. But yeah. It would make sense actually, call them stream poopy like you usually do. Let people know the coffee keeps them regular. Natural diuretic. Player One Coffee, also a natural diuretic. No need to go spend money at Walgreens to get a laxative if you got constipation. Yeah, just have a little cup of coffee. Just have a little cup of coffee. But actually, that'd be pretty cool. Do I need to buy an Origin subscription for this game? No. You don't. Origin subscription is... I don't really know how it works, to tell you the truth. I think it's like, what, 10 or 15 bucks a month and you have access to a bunch of games. So if you're a gamer and you want to play a bunch of games that are on Origin, maybe it would be worth it. But then again, I'm kind of talking out of my ass right now because I really don't know how it works. But it seems like a deal for somebody that would be playing a lot, you know? I don't play that often, so I can't really say if something like that would be really worth it to me, you know? But no, Battlefront 2 is like constantly on sale. I would love to see a Half-Life 2 live stream, the Flippy787. I would love to do that. I've always said Half-Life 2 is like my all-time favorite single-player game. And, yeah, maybe one day I'll make that happen. I would love to run through the entirety of the campaign. It's been so long since I've played that, man. I don't know how, I mean, I'm trying to think the last time that I actually played Half-Life 2. It might have been on deployment, because before I deployed, I filled my laptop up with a shitload of games. So it might have been in like 2010 or so. And even then, I barely played it because, you know, before deployment, I thought I was going to play games constantly. I thought, oh man, I'm going to fill up my laptop, and then in my rack, I'm just going to, you know, lay in my rack and play video games. Never did that. I played Diablo for maybe like 30 minutes within the first week of me being out to sea, and then I played Half-Life probably for about the same amount of time, and then I never turned on my laptop again until I was in port, like doing a Skype conversation with my wife. That's it. It's like all this gaming that I thought I was gonna do, I did not do at all. Just, I don't know, it's kind of funny. I miss your clickbait stream names, Greedo. Halo Rook. Oh, they're not retired, man. I gotta use those sparingly. Eventually, I'll probably do another stream. I gotta contact my super secret inside source to get the lowdown, the most up-to-date information on what's coming in terms of Star Wars Episode 9. You know, I never played, but I'm also only 22. Is it worth it? Oh, you're talking about Halo Half-Life 2? Yeah, Gunner Chiefs. If you never played Half-Life 1, it's worth running through. So Half-Life 1, when it came out, I remember my dad taking me to, I think it was CompUSA. They don't exist anymore. It was like a computer store. And buying it. And, you know, I never really played that many shooters. I played a shitload of Doom and Duke Nukem and Wolfenstein, just the big three, right? But then Half-Life came out. And there was a deep narrative, a deep story. It was interactive, more so than any other shooter I had ever played before. And, man, it blew me away. And then Half-Life 2 came out years later. And, holy shit, that was like the first time I felt that I witnessed an enormous shift in graphics. You know, that was the first time I sat back and was like, wow, this is way better. But yeah, you should play it. It's a good story. The Half-Life 2's environment is, with City 17 and everything, it's so awesome. Little George Orwell 1984 vibe to it. Yeah, play it. I'm sure it's... I can't imagine it's more than $10 on Steam, right? Yeah, if you guys have never played Half-Life 2, definitely worth picking up. No question. No question about it. I would love for the rumor machine to spit out other franchise info. Yeah, I don't know. I used to pay attention to the rumor machine a lot, and it fueled some fire. I'm sure once I dive back into it, I'll get a little video inspiration for some parody, right? Which I have one coming. I just need to finish it. Greedo, I highly recommend checking out the NPR Star Wars radio dramas. Really interesting retelling of the original trilogy with sound. Mohit G. That sounds pretty neat. I'm gonna have to download those for road trips. I vaguely remember. I don't think it was you, Mohit, but I vaguely remember somebody mentioning those to me a while ago on a live stream. I'd love to check them out. Whoa, that's a lot of boom booms. That's a lot of boom boom pow. Gotta get that. Oh my god, that was so fucking lame. Oh, what do you think of the new Clone Wars skin for Obi-Wan? Clone Wars skin for Obi-Wan. Did I miss something? Are there two? Well, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing. I don't know. I saw gameplay today. I wish I could have been there. Thanksgiving and all. Having a Game Changers event on Thanksgiving. Son of a bitch. Can't make that. I can't make that. Oh, there's 3 skins. I wasn't aware of that. It's coming out next month. Okay, interesting. That's awesome. Yeah, that's cool. I'm sure a lot of people are happy about that. I dig it. I'll have to look into that because I didn't realize they were doing that. I thought it was just going to be right off the bat 2 skins. That's great. Alright, I'll follow you. I'll follow you into the battle because I'm not doing well on my own. Come on. Come on, I'm gonna see you. I see it. I see the island. Where'd you go? 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 There we go. Oh yeah, I never played the... What was it called? No, not Resurrection. Redemption? The Battlefront 2 campaign DLC. I never played that. Woo! Close. Alright, where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Right there. No way. Played Red Dead Redemption 2 yet? Gummy Bear 2. Nope, not yet. Not yet. Might get it for Christmas. I told my wife I'm a little iffy. I'm on the fence. Not because I don't want to play it, but because I don't have that much time to play games in general. And right now I'm just kind of like addicted to Fallout 76. The past like week or two, well, since it came out really, I've been waking up at 5, like intentionally setting my alarm for 5 in the morning, and then like one day I will play a couple hours of Fallout 76 until my daughter wakes up. And then the next day I will wake up at 5 and then just write a little bit of a script, work on a little bit of writing, hash out some ideas for a book, that kind of stuff, you know. So at the moment I don't really have time to play Red Dead. I'm sure once I got into it, everything else would cease to exist, and I would just mainly focus on Red Dead.
I don't know. Fly casual.
Rey is Palpatine's granddaughter. Do the dance.
Gooner Chiefs fan 123, thank you so much for the first super chat donation of the stream. I greatly appreciate that, man. The Robot Reddit, and I'm gonna read it as well. Rey is Palpatine's granddaughter. Do the dance. Rey is Palpatine's granddaughter. Gooner. Where did you hear that one? Did you hear that one? I'm not even gonna. It's like Voldemort. I can't name these sources. Did I just kill myself? No. All right. Wow, I shot up real quick. That's a good one, Gooner, because with a lot of these like clickbait videos or articles and whatnot, sometimes they're just so outlandish that you just sit back and go, oh, I think that's fucking bullshit. And I think for most of those rumors or articles or videos and whatnot, that should be your starting place, right? You should start, in today's world where most things are fucking bullshit, you should start from the place of, I think that might be bullshit. That should be your benchmark. That should be your metric. That should be your starting block. But Rey is Palpatine's granddaughter. Do the dance. That's a good nugget of clickbait right there, because, you know, for the average Star Wars fan, or even Star Wars fans that are a little, like, too, I want this to happen, I need this to happen, that is a pretty juicy one. That's one that seems like could be believable, you know? It seems like it could be possible. But that might just land in a new video. Gooner. And I appreciate that super chat, Gooner. I truly do. Also, you're the latest fleet member. I was just wondering how when you became a fleet member. I appreciate that as well, man. Somebody asked how does it feel to enjoy? So I can't remember. I need to scroll up, but I don't want to minimize. How does it feel to enjoy a super unpopular video game or something like that? I could care less. Fallout 76 is the topic of discussion. I could care less what anybody. I mean, I like what I like. I play what I like. I watch what I like. I don't give a shit. Other people's opinions of things that I enjoy. Obviously, you know, I love analysis and in-depth looks at things that I like and dislike, you know. But I don't base my opinion of a game. I know, and the thing is, like, I agree with most of the negativity. I do. It's a buggy fucking mess. That's really where it stops. But I'm having so much fun. I texted my buddy this morning. I played for 2 hours this morning. I probably have 35 to 40 hours in the game so far. And initially, when I first got the game, I was worried that it would be a case of me only wanting to play with my friends, because I have a tendency to, you know, if a game is, I have a tendency to just kind of like wave off a game, play it for a couple hours with my buddies, and then realize I have a very different schedule than they do, and I just never touch the game again. And I thought it was going to be a case of that. But with Fallout 76, I found that I enjoy playing by myself as much, and sometimes better, than playing with my buddies, which I did not expect, because there's some depth to it. Whenever I hear that it's just a shallow game, I have to wonder how much they've played of the game. Yeah, it's a buggy mess, but there's depth to it. I don't know. It's a really fun game. I don't know. I like reading the comments of my Fallout video and then finding out that the person that is saying it sucks never played it. They just watch reviews, which is fine. I watch reviews too. But, I don't know. It's fun. But it sucks. Okay, cool. I want a Kanto Bite map, to be honest. That would actually be kind of fun. With a lot of shattering glass. I'd be into that. I'd be into that. Most games now are very buggy. Halo, Rook. Yeah, but Fallout 76 is on another level. Well, Bethesda games in general are on another level. Especially Fallout. I've played 3, 4, and 76. I never played the original top-downs. But they're all super buggy. I mean, Fallout 76 is probably the most buggy out of all of them. But, yeah. Takes it to another level. And, you know, I get it on a certain, from a certain standpoint, because it's not just a run-and-gun shooter. It's, you know, it's an in-depth RPG with a lot of moving parts. And I get that, you know, there's going to be problems, but, yeah, it's crazy. It can be crazy sometimes.
Fly casual.
Damn, I couldn't hear that at all, Hanshot First. Hanshot First, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. Let me read it. I couldn't hear the worst Star Wars character that is not Jar Jar. Let me take a sip of coffee and think about this and die. All right. Worst Star Wars character that is not Jar Jar. Hanshot First. That's tough.
Looks like the Empire is losing its edge.
That's really tough. There's characters. So, is it an annoyance factor that we're talking about, or in the story factor? I'm just trying to think. Because there's like prequel villains that didn't do anything for me during the prequels, you know? Watching the prequels, Grievous didn't do anything for me. I've grown to appreciate him in the Clone Wars, of course. Dooku in the prequels didn't do much for me. I've grown to appreciate him in the Clone Wars, of course. What the general consensus might be like Rose Tico or Tycho. I can't remember how she pronounces it. I never had a problem with her character. I don't really understand why people... What is that guy doing? He must be credit farming. I don't really understand why people had a huge problem with Rose. I mean, everybody's entitled to their own likes and dislikes, obviously, with characters. But that's just one that surprised me when the huge, like, just kind of over-the-top backlash started happening. Just kind of surprised, to tell you the truth. But worst Star Wars character that isn't Jar Jar. God. The thing is, like, most nonsense characters weren't on screen for that long, right? Newt Gunray wasn't on... Well, I guess he was on there for a relatively long time, but not as long as Jar Jar. There's characters like that don't do anything for me. I don't have any animosity or hate towards them. And I don't have any animosity or hate towards Jar Jar, but... I don't know. I could... Like, Dexter Jettster? Cool character. Cool. 50s diner. Cool. I don't know. Stuff like that. But I can't think of a worse character. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I'm trying to think.
Grenade out.
Woo! Oh, I thought I killed him. Oh, that's a window? Bummer. No! Skippy. Forgot about Skippy. Zero the Hutt. Yeah, Zero was pretty bad. I'm thinking in terms of movies, I guess. But you do kind of feel bad for Zero. Alright? Zero's fate. Yeah, Zero was pretty annoying, right? Yeah, there's just stupid Yeah, just like dumb stuff. Bum 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 bum. Where is everybody? Chewbacca's son, Itchy. Nice. Damn. Boss Nass. Joshua, no, I've never watched it on Laserdisc. I've never watched it on Laserdisc. I did see them. I used to go to an antique store a lot with my wife. I did see the original trilogy on Laserdisc at the antique shop, and they were wanting like a ridiculous amount of money for it. And what am I going to do with it? I display it? I'm not going to buy a fucking Laserdisc player. Raptark, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support, man. It's good to see you. I greatly appreciate that. Raptark says, hope we get more alien beebs in episode 9. What, the Twi'lek? Twi'lek? I always said Twi'lek. People have constantly said Twi'lek. I'm gonna say Twi'lek because I grew up in the 90s and we didn't fucking know. We made up our own goddamn pronunciations. And we liked it. Yeah, like in Revenge of the Sith. What did I say? Didn't I make a song up and oh yeah, when she's walking up with Anakin. No, it wasn't Anakin. Anakin ran by her. And it's just like Twi'lek, like giant boobs in Revenge of the Sith. It was Revenge of the Sith, right? I think it was. As the camera pans to the left, and they're obviously running up. Well, maybe not obviously. I'd have to watch it again. But it seems like they're running up CGI green screen steps. But that's a weird request for Star Wars movie Raptark. Hanshot first, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. Most disappointing Star Wars character. To me, and granted, I have not seen him in the Clone Wars yet. Okay, so take this with a grain of salt. Don't get super mad. Don't at me, as kids say. But you guys know what I'm going to say. Darth Maul. Once again, I have not seen him in the Clone Wars. I'm sure I'll change my tune just like I've done with all the other prequel era villains. Not fully, obviously. I haven't fully changed my tune. But yeah. But Darth Maul. Yeah. Going in, I was expecting like the trailer for The Phantom Menace. Imagine being 13 years old in 1999. 13 years old in 1999. You see the trailer, and there's this dude with painted face swinging around double-sided lightsaber in a trailer, and you're like, holy shit, this is the new Darth Vader. This guy is going to be such a goddamn badass. He's going to be so menacing. He's going to be like the leader of this bad guy group. It's going to be so kick-ass. And he has like 2 lines, and he just gets cut in half. So that's like, that was one of my most disappointing Star Wars characters for a very long time. And once again, I'm sure he's gonna get better in the Clone Wars. But yeah, disappointing in the prequels, to me at least. Because yeah, basically just a costume, right? In the prequels, basically just a costume. Not much to him. But that's one of the reasons I'm super excited to see him in the Clone Wars, is because, well, A, I've heard nothing but great things about his character in the Clone Wars, with Solo context and all that kind of stuff. And B, I'm excited to get a little bit of context with Maul, you know, context that... If you would have told me this 3 years ago, that I would be excited to watch the Clone Wars and see Darth Maul, I would have told you, what? Who are you? But I am. A lot of characters were good because of a kid's show. It seems like it. I got to actually kind of like Grievous. Maul should have been the villain in episode 2 and 3. Says JJ. Yeah, that's kind of always been what I've said. Obviously, you know, people like them the way they are. I would never want them changed. But I kind of feel that way about the prequels. This is a dead horse, right? This is the horse is long buried, and I'm peeing on the grave of this beaten dead horse. But yeah, I've said for years that the prequel villains kind of got a little convoluted. There were a lot of them. Didn't really know motivations. Little convoluted there, but and I've always said I wished that Darth Maul was like the main adversary in the prequels. A little more streamlined, a little more, you know, I don't know. Could have been an awesome villain. But we got what we got.
They're seizing the advantage. Counterattack.
Are you still gonna review Resistance, Adam? Yep. I uploaded what a week and a half ago a Resistance review. It's just kind of slow going right now with the holidays and everything, with Thanksgiving and all that kind of stuff. But I wrote a script, just 2 silly holiday Christmas scripts. One is just my favorite Christmas movie, little video about that, a couple minutes long, nothing crazy. And then another video showing my Star Wars ornament collection. Because my mom has bought me Star Wars ornaments since I was probably 13, and she's just always, every year she buys me some Star Wars ornaments, and I don't know how many I have. Maybe 50? I don't know. I'd have to count it. Maybe 50's just overestimating it, but I'm not sure. And then tomorrow I'm planning on watching the last 2 episodes of the most recent Clone Wars arc that I started, and getting those videos uploaded by the weekend. So. Have you ever done a Star Wars marathon? TP's vlogging. Not lately, TP. The last time... See, me and my next door neighbor, guy who was my age, still one of my best buds, he was in my wedding. But we used to have what we would call Star Wars Freak Nights. It's a stupid-ass name. We were like 12 or 13. Probably from like 13 to 15 or so. And we'd do it maybe once a year, twice a year, and we would watch the original trilogy in full in one sitting at night. At least we aimed to. I don't know how often we succeeded in doing that. But no, for like an entire saga marathon, no, I've never done that. Never done that. I don't think I have it in me. How swole is Greedo? Not swole at all. I'm still carrying the baby weight. Do you think Bethesda needs new engine, Halo Rook? Yeah, desperately. Desperately. They're working on old shit. I was hoping that Fallout 76 would be the last time they use, what is it? What is it called? Not the creative engine. Is that what it's called? I can't remember what it's called. But I was crossing my fingers that would be the last time they would use that engine. And apparently, from what I've heard, I don't know if this is true. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this. Whatever. But I've heard that Starfield and their upcoming Elder Scrolls game are also going to have that engine too.
Most surprising in a good way Star Wars character.
Ooh. Hanshot First, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support once again, man. The robot read it, and I'm going to read it too. Most surprising, in a good way, Star Wars character. For me, probably... See, are we talking... Okay, I guess See, when I think of Star Wars, for whatever reason, my brain, my old dumb brain, I don't lump in the Clone Wars with it, but obviously it is a part of it. I just need to get used to that, right? Because I'm a late bloomer when it comes to the Clone Wars. And the most surprising character for me is Ahsoka. Going into the Clone Wars, I didn't really know much about her. I didn't know anything about her. And when she first popped up on my radar while watching the Clone Wars, I was a little iffy at first. She was super childish. The episodes with her, I didn't find her annoying. I just thought maybe the show would get a little more silly and kiddish, which is fine. That's the target demographic, obviously. I'm not going to bitch and moan about a cartoon not feeding me rated R violence. But her character, I was a little worried was going to be too kiddie. And that was the point, right? I later kind of realized that's kind of the point. She starts that way so we can see her evolve, we can see her grow. And with 6 seasons of the Clone Wars, there's a lot of wiggle room for her to grow, succeed and fail, find her footing, become a great leader and tactician. So yeah, I'm like halfway done with the Clone Wars so far, and seeing Ahsoka's evolution as a character, as a Padawan, as you know, a strategist even, has been really interesting to see. It's been one of my favorite things to see in a long time in Star Wars, and it's, you know, it's from mid-2000s. But yeah, I'm very, obviously I don't read any comments. Did you see my foot? My foot looked like it was completely broken. I don't read comments on my Clone Wars videos. Instant bans if spoilers are posted. I'm just joking, but don't fucking do it. I'll ban you. I'm just very curious how her and Anakin's relationship is going to come to a head. I'm assuming that it's going to have a major falling out. Could be wrong, but that's my guess. It kind of seems like it's the direction that it's going to go. But yeah, I know I'm rambling here. But there's a lot of characters in the Clone Wars like that, you know, that a lot of depth to them. I mean, hell, the clones themselves. Going into the Clone Wars, if you would have told me years ago how much depth, personality, and just how they humanize these clones, I wouldn't have believed you. You know, I would have probably had some kind of cynical dipshit mindset. But man, I've been blown away. Been blown away how much personality and kind of depth they put on Rex and Cody and the crew. You know, it's really great, really great.
Why casual?
Yesterday I started writing down the foundation for an original story of mine. Any chance you'd be interested in hearing about it? Of course, not here on YT.
Raptark, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support, man. For whatever reason, I could not understand the robot reading double, and I was trying to. That's why I stopped running around, because I started paying attention. Anyway, Raptark, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support. Man, I shouldn't have had this coffee. I'm going to be up all night. I feel jittery. Silly goose. Raptark, yesterday I started writing down the foundations for an original story of mine. Any chance you'd be interested in hearing about it? Of course, not here on YouTube. Probably. I don't know how much time I would have to actually read a story that you wrote, but what would be cool, Raptark, if you're fine with this, if you tweet it at me, I can turn around and retweet it if you want some like constructive criticism from the community, and maybe tonight while I'm laying in bed, I'll pop it open. If you have it on like a, I don't know, a WordPress site or somewhere easily accessible, I think it'd be cool to maybe, you know, feel out what the community thinks about it. And I might have time tonight to just like pop open my browser on my phone when I'm laying in bed and falling asleep to read a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I've suggested that a few times with people wanting to kind of get an idea of what people think about their stuff, is tweet it at me. I'll retweet it, tell people to check it out, give you some criticism, constructive of course, if you're down for that. I know how even I used to be little close to kept my cards close to my chest when it came to creative things, right?
Fly casual.
Do you have any plans to produce any short films or get involved in filmmaking in the future? I know you're a big movie guy.
Clayton Fioriti, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support, man. I saw you were verified earlier. That's badass. Have you always been verified on here? If not, congratulations on passing that threshold. That's badass, man. Shit, hold on one sec. But Clayton, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support. And the robot read it twice, and I need to figure that shit out. But I'm going to read it once. Do you have any plans to produce any short films or get involved in filmmaking in the future? I know you're a big movie guy. You know, it's always been a dream of mine to do something, even if it's like a cameraman. You know what I mean? Something like that. Something like that would be incredible. As of right now, I don't really have any plans to pursue that. I wouldn't even know where to begin, honestly. What I would love to do, Clayton, I do have some ideas for little short, not necessarily, well, I guess fan films in a way. I have some ideas written down that I've always wanted to tackle. They're Star Wars fan films. Some of them are a little silly, kind of fall into the maybe parody or spoof category. And the thing is, those ideas, I would need some of my buddies who are in the 501st and the Rebel Legion to put on their costumes and help me out. And when it comes to that kind of stuff, like I've tried to do videos with friends and stuff like that, I just feel bad. I don't know, this is my own head, but I always feel bad, like, directing people, if that makes sense. And I know I shouldn't, because these are, like, friends, and they want to volunteer to help, and, you know, they want to do it. But I've always felt bad, like, directing people and telling people how to film, shoot video, or you know what I mean? I don't know why. But yeah, as of right now, Clayton, it's more of a time management thing with the baby. I barely have time to stream and, you know, make a few videos a week if I'm lucky. But I'll never say never, because I'm only 32, and I've always wanted to write a book, like a novel, and even a screenplay, or jot down at least some ideas and maybe pitch it around. But I don't know. It's so difficult to even know how to get a foot in the door in that respect, you know? I wouldn't even know where to begin.
One last assault. That's all it should take.
But it'd be neat. One thing that I would like to do is actually get into voice acting. Once again, I don't even know where to begin with that, but I think that would be pretty cool. Or reading, like, I don't know, audiobooks, as silly as that sounds. I think that'd be fun, you know? But Clayton, I appreciate that, man. Least favorite lightsaber fight in the whole series, Gunner Chiefs. Golly, I don't like the Yoda Dooku fight. It's a cartoon. It's silly.
I don't know.
I mean, oh, one
Fly
second.
casual. Fly casual.
I would love to see Dice add Conquest to Arcade.
Matthew McCaster, thank you so much for the super chat and the channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. The robot read it, and I'm gonna read it too. I would love to see Dice add Conquest to Arcade. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's a big thing. I don't understand why certain modes aren't in Arcade, or most modes, or all modes are not in Arcade. Because even like, my nephew, right? He's young. He's, what is he? 10? No, I think he's 9 or 10. And he likes to play Battlefront Arcade. He doesn't really like to play it online. He's really into Destiny, actually, which is weird for me to think of, like, my little nephew. Well, he's 10. now, but it's weird for me to think of him playing like Destiny 2, a game that I love. Not love, but a game that I enjoy playing. And it's just, for whatever reason, it's weird for me to think of this kid playing online with around people from around the world. It's just weird for me to think about. But yeah, he likes to play Battlefront Arcade. So it would be awesome to have modes like that in Arcade with AI. And, you know, I don't understand that. I feel like that used to be a thing in a lot of games, right? Even Battlefield. Can you play Battlefield 5 single or solo in an arcade style mode, Conquest, with AI opponents? Can you do that in the new Battlefield? I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can. But it would be, it just seems like something that should be in there for people that don't necessarily want to play online. And I think of even older people. Like, I have some buddies in the 501st who, you know, they bought Battlefront because of Star Wars, right? They're not much into games, but they bought Battlefront because of Star Wars. And they want to play these giant modes. They want to, but they suck. And they'll admit they suck. They're like, they haven't been playing games their whole life like I have, like a lot of you guys have. So, you know, they hop into an online mode, Galactic Assault or something like that, and they just get completely stomped. Completely stomped. It's not fun for them, but they want to participate. They want to play all these modes. They want to, you know, they want to do all this stuff. And Arcade should serve that purpose, you know. That's just my opinion. I know maybe it would be just a waste of development hours because I don't know how much play it would get. Most people play this shit online, right? Most people, that's what they do. But I don't know. I don't know. Long story short, Matthew, I would love it too. It'd be fun. Especially like a split screen co-op. It'd be fun. Bum 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 bum. Alright, defeat the rebels. You can't play versus bots, but they have co-op against AI coming. Okay, Blue Rain. Interesting. Yeah, I've only played Battlefield 5 one time for about an hour. And I haven't fired it up again. Not because I didn't like it, just because I know I'm an overplayed record, but just because of time management. But eventually I'll jump back into it. Yeah, I've only played like one map. I haven't even like dissected the maps yet. I haven't even seen what maps are in there. Alright. What would your lightsaber color be, or do you prefer a trusty blaster on your side? I'd probably go with the blaster, Luna, but if I was to pick a lightsaber color, I would choose the same exact color of Luke Skywalker's Return of the Jedi green. It's just been... that's always been my favorite. When I think of a lightsaber, that's the lightsaber that I think of. Personal favorite. What's your PSN? I want to join. I don't have a PlayStation, man. Still in class watching Greedo crush it. Nice, Cole. What's up, man? You should be paying attention to your teacher. I wonder if Cole probably doesn't have audio, right? I'm guessing Cole does not have audio. He's sitting in class right now. I'm guessing he's not listening. So everybody, can everybody do me a favor in the chat right now? Just all caps. Pay attention to your teacher, Cole. Can you do that for me on the count of 3? Say, pay attention to your teacher, Cole. Alright? 1, 2, 3. Pay attention to your teacher, Cole. That's pretty dumb, but I love it. Yes, I am excited for the Geonosis update, Thrawn. Nice. I am the leader of an army mob. That's awesome. I wonder if he's still here.
Heads down.
Damn. Nice. Oh, whoa. Unlucky for Barbecue Badger. Oh, that's true. That's true, Zindu. Maybe he'll rewatch this and see that in the chat. Doubt it. I don't really know how the chat works on mobile. It's been a long time since I've watched a stream on mobile before. Whoa, nice. Shit, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I can't remember. I apologize, it's off of the chat now. But yes, I'm extremely excited for Geonosis update. I'm planning, so Wednesday, actually let me check my phone real quick. Let me see if my dad texted me back. Me and my dad are planning on going kayaking on Wednesday. It's supposed to be pretty goddamn cold though, so I don't know.
Grenade out.
I'm still up for it, we'll see. But yeah, Wednesday night, I'm planning on doing a longer stream than normal. Maybe 2 hours, we'll see. Or longer. So yeah, Wednesday night, Geonosis, live stream. Probably from about 6:30 to 8:30. We'll see though. Would you stream Fortnite if they added Star Wars skins, Joseph? No. No, I don't care about skins really in any game. Even this game, it's not a huge thing that ouch. It's not a huge thing that I pay attention to, skins. I know, I mean it's cool that they're in here. It's not something that I really dump credits into or really want, you know. And no, Fortnite, just don't have much of a desire to play it. I've tried it once. Actually, I played it once on a live stream. And, yeah, it was fun. Just not my style of gameplay.
Like shooting droids.
It's crazy that it's blown up so big. I mean, obviously it's blown up because... I would say it's blown up because it's, A, free, right? It's free. And so it's a really good free game. That's what's crazy. It's a really good free game. I mean, you can pay. I wonder if that's going to be the future model of just all games, you know? The microtransaction free game. I wonder if that's kind of the future of games. I hope not, but I can absolutely see it going that way.
I don't know. Are you interested in the new Star Wars story?
Oh yeah.
Like Dark Forces too.
Clayton Fioriti, thank you so much once again for the super chat and the channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. The Robot read it, and I'm gonna read it too. Are you interested in a new Star Wars shooter that's story-driven like Dark Forces 2? Absolutely. I don't remember this room. Absolutely, Clayton. The single-player campaign of Battlefront 2, I didn't really like it that much. I liked maybe the first, like, half, maybe the first 25%. One sec, Clayton, one sec. Game's almost over. But yeah, if I had to pick one type of game to make, or to come out right now, it would be like a Skyrim, Fallout-style Star Wars game. That's kind of my #1 thing that I want. But you could... that would technically almost be a story-driven FPS. Dark Forces, the first Dark Forces, is one of my all-time favorite Star Wars games. I don't think I've ever played Dark Forces 2, but I think we need more games like that, Clayton. I'm kind of sick of every single game, not just Star Wars, but every single game being solely multiplayer, and that's coming from a guy who really only plays multiplayer games. It takes a very special game for me to want to finish like a single player campaign or whatnot, right? But I'm kind of like the new Call of Duty, right? I don't like Call of Duty multiplayer. I play Call of Duty games for the cinematic campaign experience. And to find out the new Call of Duty doesn't have a single player campaign at the moment is disappointing. And it's kind of, I don't know, it's just kind of disappointing. But yeah, Clayton, I would love something like that. I would love a story-driven FPS, even with no multiplayer capability. It's disappointing so far that we've had 2 Battlefront games. I've enjoyed both of them, but in the 6 years that Disney bought Lucasfilm, EA acquired the license. Obviously, they're working on stuff, right? We all know they're working on games, but to have really no announcements other than Jedi: The Fallen Order, no gameplay, no even hint of other things. It just seems like we're in a little Star Wars gaming drought, which I guess it's kind of expected. You know, a new company takes over, another company acquires the license to make the games. There's growing pains. They're trying to figure out the canon. They're trying to figure out what exactly to make. I get it, but I actually made a video about this. In the past, we were getting a ton of games in like 5-year chunks, and now we've had 2 games in like a 6-year chunk, and I don't know, it's just a little disappointing. I want a solid single-player Star Wars game. I don't really care if it's an FPS or a third-person or an RPG or an Uncharted-style game, an adventure game like that. I just really want a single-player Star Wars experience that, yeah, just majorly story-driven, you know? I don't know. But, yeah, I'm in the same boat. Yeah, I'm really hoping, Clayton, that Jedi: The Fallen Order is... Well, I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much, right? On one hand, I would love it to be like I said, a Skyrim-style, Fallout-style RPG with a lot of depth like that. And maybe that's just because of what I'm playing right now. You know, I'm kind of in the mood for that, but if I was playing, let's say, Wolfenstein or Uncharted, maybe I would want a Star Wars game in that style, right? But I'm really hoping Jedi: The Fallen Order isn't just a hack and slash style what is it? Force Unleashed game. As much as I liked Force Unleashed, I'm hoping that that's not going to be the case. I want something with, you know, more depth. We'll see. We'll see. Oh shit, I forgot. On Black Friday, I had I don't know if you guys have an Android or whatnot phone, but you can get these Google reward points. You take these little quizzes, not quizzes, but like surveys, and then every time you take a survey, it gives you like 20 cents or something like that, and you can rack up surveys. And on Black Friday, Knights of the Old Republic on the Google Play Store was $3, and I had enough Google points to buy it. So I might play a mobile game on my phone. I might play a mobile game for like the first time ever, an in-depth mobile game. I'm pretty curious. But yeah, I was enlisted, Moldy. E4 when I got out. All right, guys, I gotta get going. What's up, Cladle? I'm sorry, I gotta go, Cladle. I gotta go. But yeah, I appreciate the you guys tuning in tonight, man. I saw Elliot was streaming. He's playing his the footage he got over at DICE. So I appreciate you coming and hanging out with me instead of Elliot. Is he still streaming? Now go watch him. I'm about to hop off. Now go watch Battlefront updates. But yeah, guys, I appreciate the you guys tuning in. Everybody that super chatted tonight. The channel survives because of you. I appreciate the shit out of you guys supporting the channel. Let me run down that list real quick, all right? Clayton, thank you so much for the super chats tonight, man. I really appreciate that. Matthew McCaster, thank you so much for the super chats, man. Raptark, thank you for the super chat as well. Han Shot First, thank you for the super chat. And Gooner Chiefs Fan 123, thank you for the super chat as well. All right, guys, time for me to hop off. Have a pesto turkey and ham sandwich. I'm so excited. All right, guys. As always, have a great week. I was trying to think when I was going to stream next. Tomorrow, I'll do a stream, and then Wednesday, I will do a longer stream than normal, just because of Geonosis and all. But, all right, guys. Be nice out there, kick some ass, get some shit done, and I will catch you all on the flip side. All right? See ya.